Well, you may be enjoying a glass of wine or even some bourbon around the Thanksgiving table this year, but the number of people actually consuming alcohol in the U.S. just hit a 90-year low. It's a trend that's crippling America's grape growers. But in the face of adversity, America's growers do what they do best, and that's find a way to persevere.
In the Los Caneros region of Napa Valley, it's a picture-perfect, peaceful scene.
So this is Camargue Pinot Noir.
And one where you'll find a family legacy rooted in nearly 90 years of grit, vision, and hope.
I am fourth generation carrying on this family legacy.
It was in the 1930s that Jennifer's great-grandmother, Jenny Ophelia Barnum Thompson, a descendant of the famous Barnum circus family, had the courage to change the course of everything.
So it was kind of the Great Dust Bowl, the Great Depression that was driving many families west for new opportunity. As migration was happening towards the West Coast for better economic opportunities, they moved to the West Coast and they settled in this region and were able to purchase this land.
At a time when women couldn't even own land, the deed was in her husband's name, but it was her ingenuity that turned it into opportunity.
But her to have that foresight, to take that risk, to purchase land here, I mean, do you think about that today?
I think that, they saw the water availability in the Carneros Creek behind us. They knew that they had the ingenuity and the engineering in order to be able to successfully farm. And so sometimes you just have to lead with your intuition. And I think that's what she was doing.
4 generations later, that spirit still guides the ranch. In 2009, Jennifer took her own leap of faith, deciding to leave her job in San Francisco and take over the family farm from her father.
When I took over in 2009, my father said to me, "You picked the absolute worst time to get into farming." And then when 2024 and 2025 happened, a lot of farmers asked one another, "Do you think this is as bad as it was in 2008 or 9? I think there are different economic pressures at play right now. And I definitely think there are not as many channels for sales. There are not as many stable partners to work with.
2024 wasn't just a hard time for the Thompson Vineyards. That's when the 4th generation of this family faced what may be the greatest challenge in their 9-decade history.
So this home ranch produces a little over 300 tons of grapes annually. And in 2024, all of those 300 tons were dropped on the ground and went unharvested.
All of them?
All of them.
Yet, true to the Thompson spirit, she didn't quit.
2025, I made a true farmer with good ingenuity. I went out, I made sure that I shook hands, I talked with previous clients, I sourced new clients. I put a lot of hustle into continuing to explore new relationships and cultivate those relationships that we already had, and we were fortunate this year to sell all of our grapes.
Grit was on full display this past year, but even when Jennifer took over in 2009, it was her determination that turned this operation into one that was finally profitable.
Jennifer turned it around to the first time in my life that the property actually was able to support itself.
How proud are you?
Oh, extremely proud, extremely proud.
In a region where corporations dominate and regulations pile high, Jennifer is part of a shrinking group, family farmers who still drive their own tractors and load their own fruit in the Napa Valley region.
Over the course of the 15 years, working alongside our crew that has been with us for 15 years, working with wonderful winery partners who value the family legacy and the history that goes into a 90-year-old ranch and how that benefits their brand and how that benefits us as farmers and that coexistence, I certainly do feel much more drawn to the land than I had ever thought that I would.
Still, this Thanksgiving, Jennifer finds strength in the same place her great-grandmother did, with unwavering resilience and hope.